There's no reason for authorities to be involved. They're not trained to handle children with disabilities.
And Judy, you've been in these environments, and you've seen this kind of thing go down. It is sort of an indictment of the school that they needed to have somebody like this even available. And this guy apparently was a teacher for 4 years before he became a sheriff.
That's right. You know, when we behaviorists talk about how to intervene, we don't intervene on the back end. We intervene on the front end. We train our teachers, we train our specialists, but the resources aren't always available. And when people are frustrated, they do very impulsive things. I used to work at a special education program, and these were students who were inpatients. They were living in group homes, and they would come down to the school.
So let's talk about what we're talking. When people say hear special needs, they think cognitive impairment, like there's something intellectually wrong with these kids. We're not talking about that kind of a situation.
No.
We're talking about this particular kid had attention deficit disorder. He had some sort of traumatic heritage. He had PTSD. So we're really talking about a psychiatric case.
Psychiatric cases, what we call externalizing behaviors like acting out, aggression, not listening to the teachers. And when I worked in this environment...
Are they in the general population, kids like this?
Well, absolutely. There's about 10% of them.
Absolutely.
There's
With
about
the
10%
right
of them.
support in place, they absolutely can be mainstreamed and included, but you have to have that right support in place.
I think we should give some context to this, Dr. Drew. I'm a children's rights advocate. I represent families whose kids have been treated like this, and 163,000 kids are subject to restraints in schools, and about 75% of those kids are special needs kids. And when we say special needs, that runs the gamut from kids who have ADHD, kids who have autism, kids who have learning disabilities.
What does restraints mean?
Well, it means trying to physically restrain the child. What we see in this case is putting handcuffs on this child. This child, if he has special needs, his whole school environment should be governed by a contract called an individual education program, and that should dictate what happens when this child has any kind of acting out behaviors. So there should be some replacement behaviors, not this kind of criminalization of a kid who may be just having a simple meltdown.
And Dr. Drew, when we talk about physical restraints, there's actually programs that you can, as an adult, and usually it takes a team of adults, you can appropriately restrain a child by not hurting them, not with handcuffs, but there's these structured programs you go through. Unfortunately, people don't abide by these programs. So when they say two people have to be present and they have to restrain a child in this way where it doesn't hurt the child, I see people, one adult, going to slam the child against the wall.
You've seen that in the
I've seen that myself.